For all the best boxing content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and punch that bell for notifications.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Hollywood, our final bout is brought to you by Seminole Warriors Boxing Promotions and DiBella Entertainment in association with HBO Sports, the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Hollywood, and the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Representing the Seminole Tribe of Florida at ringside, the chairman, Mitchell Cypress. This is your main event of the evening, scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing in the light heavyweight division. Your judges scoring this bout at ringside are Michael Pernick, Rocky Young, and Stu Winston. Your referee in charge of the action, Brian Gary. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with white trim. He weighed in at 180 pounds. His professional record, 26 wins, 10 losses, 2 draws, with 13 wins by way of knockout. He comes from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Here is Aaron, the Assassin Norwood. His opponent fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks. He weighed in at 178.5 pounds. His professional record, 47 wins, 12 losses, 2 draws, with 32 wins by way of knockout. The 2004 Fighter of the Year, originally from Clarendon, Jamaica, now fighting out of Miami, Florida. Here is the former two-time light heavyweight champion of the world, Glen, the Road Warrior Johnson.
All right, fellas, I'll be the third man in with you tonight. Give you command to break, you break cleanly. If you score a knockdown, go to the neutral corner. Do not come out till I signal. Avoid the use of your head as a weapon. No rabbit punches or kidney blows. This is a little high, so right here we're still legal. He's okay. Protect yourself at all times. Come out fighting.
Tail of the tape, our main event, Steve.
Well, Nick, Glen Johnson quite accustomed to fighting taller opponents. He's not accustomed to fighting older opponents.
Well, Aaron Norwood, hardly the look of confidence. Glen Johnson, will he take his time? Will he create havoc and walk right through this guy?
I still don't understand why Glen Johnson's fighting here. He's the road warrior. Should he be allowed to fight at home? This is a home game for him. Happens about once every 9 years for Glen Johnson.
Well, it might be called early by rain. I think as soon as Johnson gets dialed in, it's our main event. He's a consensus top 5 fighter, Ring Magazine number 4, 15-year pro. Steve, he got into boxing, you probably know, at 20 to lose fat. I don't think that's an issue for him now.
No, and he used to be a middleweight. Imagine that.
Yeah, first 4 years. Undefeated in his first 32, matched really carefully. But wow, some wins over Clinton Woods, Roy Jones, Antonio Tarver. Lost the title to Woods in 06. Coming off that excellent effort. Close loss to Chad Dawson last April.
What a fight. Nominated for a fight of the year in 08.
He was coming on big, wasn't he, Steve?
Yeah, he really was. And
really forced Dawson to go to another level.
And that fight was exactly why Glen Johnson will always have trouble getting the fights against the real big names in the division, because he's, in plain English, he's a bitch to fight. Who wants to fight him?
Yeah, as we said, a guy gets penalized by his excellence. But obviously at 39, he's looking for that big payday, will challenge, call out anybody.
And what you see in this first round is Glen Johnson's style. He comes forward, he will jab his way in. He likes the infighting. He's short, he's only about 5'9".
And loves that right hand, doesn't he?
And in 61 fights, Glen Johnson, yeah, he's lost 12 times. He's the best 12-loss fighter you'll see. Only been stopped once. That was by Bernard Hopkins in a middleweight title fight many a year ago.
Maybe that's the fight for him, huh? But he's might be too small. Well, who knows?
Right now, his jab's been the best punch in this round.
Johnson taking his time. You know, trying to use that technique to get inside, to penetrate, move the fight inside, perhaps, as you mentioned, Steve. Aaron Norwood, we haven't mentioned his name since the beginning.
Oh, is he fighting?
26, 10, and 2. But they're looking to throw and land up the middle on Johnson. But they got to throw. They just want to see how hard Johnson hits. We could already tell him he hits hard.
Well, Aaron Norwood's 41 years old. He's been stopped 8 times. He is a veteran, 38 fights, as Nick said. And looking at his opponents, Nick, Aaron Norwood's fought Earl Monroe, not the basketball player. Shannon Miller, not the gymnast. And Charlie Ward, not the football player. Interesting names.
Claims to fame there. Our main event, former 2-time world champion Glen Johnson in the white taking on 41-year-old Aaron Norwood. Norwood getting a lot busier now. I just get the feeling, Steve, the first time he gets hit flush, that's it. And he really has to. His only hope out. He got hit with a nice left from Johnson, but Johnson walking him down, taking his time.
And Johnson, in the first 2 rounds of this fight, proving that just because you're short for your division doesn't mean you can't throw a good jab. It's all about timing and distance.
Norwood knows how to fight a little bit. Oh, but Johnson obviously throws such harder shots. Norwood, nothing on his punches. Everything with conviction from Glen Johnson. Johnson staying on top of Norwood. Watch that big right hand. He hasn't unloaded it yet.
Oh, that jab is just beautiful.
There's the right hand. Yeah, he's starting to smoke that jab, or continuing to smoke it. Johnson looking to line him up for the right, but content really just use that left hand right now. And Norwood eats another. There's the right hand over the top. So Johnson begins to nail Norwood with both hands, and Norwood being driven back by the jab, lined up for the right hand.
Such a smart fighter, isn't he?
Yeah, but I would like to see him put some shots together.
It's his way to break down his opponent, and that's what he's doing right here. He doesn't let you rest, that's for sure. He's on you all the time.
No doubt.
Remember how he fought Roy Jones in 04? What a year he had, Glen Johnson in 04. He basically came out of nowhere. He was thought to be a journeyman. He beats he beats Antonio Tarver, and he beats Roy Jones. Not a bad year.
Clinton Woods, I believe, perhaps close to the same year, if not the same year. Yeah, it actually was. So Norwood, the big surprise, he survived 2 against Glen Johnson. You know, the other thing Johnson does so well, which we haven't seen, he's a powerful body puncher, Steve.
It seems almost in the first 2 rounds anyway, Nick, as if he has the full arsenal, but he doesn't feel the need to use it.
Yeah. We haven't seen a lot of combination shots from him. Single shots from the jab, maybe doubling at times. An occasional right cross over the top. But he'll be looking to drop that right hand in, you better believe it.
Norwood, steady backward motion.
Yeah, how can he get any offense generated that way? It's impossible.
Exactly.
He's trying to go up the middle on him. Gets whipsawed back by a right hand from Johnson. Very little on Norwood shots.
There's the body shot Nick was calling for. What you have to love about Glen Johnson, the road warrior, is that right now, you know, he's 39 years old. He wants at least one more big fight. He deserves it after the fight he put up with Chad Dawson. He loved Joe Calzaghe, but he's such a professional that he would never take a fight like this lightly. And you can see he's doing what he has to do even if he's in with somebody much less than he is, he's doing what he has to do to dominate and to win.
You know, you're right, Steve, and to pick up on a point, what he said yesterday, he said, I'm an action fighter. I really feel I'm going to let down fans, the crowd, if I take any kind of round off. And he said it'd be catastrophic to take this guy lightly. He can't afford a misstep if he's going to get that big money fight.
And right there, Norwood sort of tested the waters fighting Johnson on the inside, and I think he's going to be backing up again. But his legs eventually will run out of steam, and he's going to be a stationary target. Once that happens, then Johnson will finish the job. Norwood's taken a beating here in the third round. Each round, it seems to be a little worse for him.
And he may be running out of clock here to get out of this third, and that's the only thing going for him. Overhand chopping right from Glen Johnson, and now it looks like a matter of time, Steve. You're right.
Referee Brian Gary looking very close at Norwood, too.
Nothing coming back. He's soaking up punishment. But he looks like he will get out of the third. His legs seem to be deserting him as well.
Doesn't look like he has much left, much resistance left.
Even the way he walked towards Johnson just now to start the fourth, he's trying to crank up the offense, somehow will his way into the fight, but Johnson just picking off those shots, continues to walk forward, taking them on the gloves, and looking for the opening or maybe to create an opening and unload. Johnson in white, never been threatened in this fight.
And the worst news of all for Aaron Norwood, Glen Johnson doesn't slow down. This is the way he fights. He's like he's got the consistency of a metronome. He just keeps coming.
And Steve, think about it exactly. You know, they're only two years apart in age, a combined 80 years. But Johnson, a much more fresher fighter, and certainly more skillful.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big mismatch.
I don't know what it is about the light heavyweight division, but it's always been the division of older fighters. Going back to Archie Moore, keeping the title till he was 48 years old, and now Bernard Hopkins.
Oh, a couple of hard shots. First the body from Johnson. He goes to the body again. That left hook hurt. Another left hook. And that's enough.
Good call. Good call by Brian Gary.
Inside of four. Poor Aaron Norwood. He's had the stuffing knocked out of him. And he agrees with the stoppage.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Hollywood, your referee in charge, Brian Gary, stops this bout at 1 minute 20 seconds of the fourth round. Your winner by TKO, Glen, the Road Warrior Johnson.